The first presentation that we are going to be talking about right now, ladies and gentlemen, is something truly, truly special. It is all about knowledge sharing, insights, and wisdom in the best way possible. And to do the honors, I would like to call upon stage Mr. Shoaib Shaikh, Sales Head, Architecture and Design, Business, Nemetschek India, Nemetschek Group, to kindly deliver his presentation. A big round of applause for Mr. Shoaib Shaikh, please, ladies and gentlemen, doing literally everything over here, right from panel discussions to fireside chats. We love him way too much for him to do all this. Thank you so much, bro. The stage is yours.
Thanks, bro. Can we have the presentation on this?
Can we quickly update the timer, please? It's going to be 10 minutes, so let's set it up accordingly.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, it's good evening, Ahmedabad. Have been here since afternoon. I've had brilliant discussions with the government authorities and architects around. And in those discussions, we talked also about technology as an enabler for sustainability and innovation, especially with Gujarat and Gift City gaining so much traction even for the world. Right? A lot of architects we know globally are looking at Gujarat for their next project. Okay? I represent Nemetschek Group, a software giant, especially in the AEC software domain. We have 13 different software brands. Can we have the next, please? Oops, can we go back? Yeah. Many of you who are into the design and engineering domain must have heard about several of our softwares like Graphisoft, right? One of the most popular architecture, design and BIM tool amongst renowned architects, including the only Pritzker Prize winning architect in India, B.V. Doshi sir. They use ArchiCAD. Bimal Patel's firm, HCP, they have been a big user of ArchiCAD since a few years now. Right? But today, I'm going to focus about what the transformation that Gujarat is going in, especially when it comes to larger smart cities and urban planning. Right? I'm going to talk about Vectorworks. Vectorworks is another software which belongs to the Nemetschek kitty, has different modules for different functionalities, but the most interesting features about Vectorworks is for architects, which allows them to design pretty much without limits. Is the video, would the video play? Yeah. No, the previous one. You skipped 2 steps. It's a no. Just skipping 2. Yes, stay there. So we've known that architects use multiple tools and switch between different programs. They have a different CAD tool. They probably use SketchUp for doing 3D. Then when there are changes, they go back to, again, doing 2D and represent what essentially is a very cumbersome workflow. Right? But Vectorworks Architect uses an all-in-one 2D, 3D, BIM, render, collaborate, everything in a single software. Right? It has direct interoperability with the standard formats like DWG, RVTs. You can bring in SketchUp files, export SketchUp files, get shape files, export them. If you like Rhino and are hands-on with it, just go ahead with Rhino and then bring it into Vectorworks for full documentation. We have Vectorworks focusing also on interior design. Right? What are the different interior design tools available? So NURBS modeling, which again is something which Rhino has. Okay? But because Vectorworks is built on a product development software, which was Siemens Solid Engine, okay? That's why you can actually literally design products to the very detail. And it has pretty much all the libraries you can think of, be it IKEA furniture, Herman Miller, or bring in any custom file and design it the way you want. Cabinetry, again, is a big question mark when we speak with a lot of interior designers. They are kind of coming up with the same questions that, hey, designing is all good, but what about documentation? Right? Documentation is well taken care of. Right? A lot of architects and interior designers would agree that they have to kind of look at a site and then submit a proposal and probably even design options without even getting paid anything. Right? How would you do that without spending much time at the site? Just go with your iPhone Pro or iPad Pro, scan it in the LiDAR, and you have the interior space to start your room planning. Again, this is the most critical and relevant for where Gujarat is right now, is the landmark or landscape design capabilities of Vectorworks. Right? So far, a lot of architects have been relying on just SketchUp or some modeling tools, but failed to collaborate within a full BIM workflow. Right? Larger projects require you to do a full BIM. Landscape architects struggle at that. We have collaborated with ISOLA, the Indian Society of Landscape Architects. They evaluated the software specifically for landscape architecture in India, and they have given a go-ahead that, hey, this technology would work for India as well. Okay? A project is also undergoing with them, which is almost a year-long project from now, is having Indian shrubs and trees included in the Vectorworks family. But you can design the curbs, you can design the benches, custom furniture, bring in the NURBS modeling allows you to have not just design the elements, but also detail them to your liking, just like a product designer would. Taking quantities is another big challenge, right? Cut and fill analysis. Right? Different material strata, your hardscape, your landscape, your grading, your water requirement, okay, water budgeting, all of that is inbuilt within Vectorworks, including the irrigation system. So if you are to go overboard and do a lot of detailing as to at what phase of the plant life would it require how much water, right? You can also simulate that within Vectorworks. Right. How does it compare to your current tech stack? Right? Pretty much all in one. Do 2D, 3D, BIM, render, collaborate in a cloud environment, push your models to your clients on their mobile phone so they can view while you talk to them about what you want to convey. Right? A lot of tools in the market limit you to only using Windows OS. Right? But a lot of creative people we know prefer Mac OS for its fluidity. Vectorworks from day zero has been Mac OS compatible. Again, even if you adopt Vectorworks, you would still need to collaborate with other stakeholders in the ecosystem. Right? Your developer might want you to submit a Revit file. Right? Your architect may stick to only, let's say, a Revit or something else, right? Because the MEP guys do that. Right? If not ArchiCAD, then something else. Okay? You can import and export pretty much everything out of Vectorworks. Right? Vectorworks acts more like a platform. The day Apple introduced the Apple Pencil, a lot of architects and designers started using Apple Pencil to design or sketch their ideas. Right? But then this sketch used to take, again, rework in any software they would do. So Vectorworks went ahead and collaborated with the leading sketching software for designers, which is Morpholio Trace. Right? Morpholio Trace is, again, pretty popular amongst designers. Vectorworks and Morpholio Trace then collaborated, and now anything that you sketch with your Apple Pencil, you can directly push into Vectorworks and start work from there. Okay. No extra plugins needed, of course. Now comes to the cost. While Vectorworks internationally is priced at close to $2,000, in India, because Nemetschek wants to go big and aggressive, and we realized that having people to get a touch and feel of Vectorworks would enable them to actually use it better. A lot of people asked us, what about perpetual licensing, but not subscription? While perpetual is no longer available, and that is for a reason, because of the AI-driven visualization and AI assistant that we have built into the software. Right? AI, by nature, if you are to generate images, you need to dip into something which is on the cloud. Right? And for that, the subscription model works well. Right? When there is assistant available, the principals would just be able to kind of dictate to the software, maybe in the phone or on the computer, hey, can you pull up a particular drawing on the north face of this building? And that will pop up. Okay? Yeah. So compared to your current software stack, which might be costing you more than 1.5 lakh or more, depending on which version you're using, and that I'm talking even without the collaboration tool or cloud services. Right? Vectorworks, all of this usually cost 50,000 rupees a year. If you buy it within this month, since we launched our online store, you can buy it directly at 37,500 a year. Yeah. So yeah, just visit nemetschek.in, look at Vectorworks, see the case studies, reach out to us if you want to know who are the people already using it. If any one of you is from Mumbai and have heard about the Malabar Hill Forest Trail project, right? That was designed on Vectorworks. That is, yeah. And yeah, I see many youngsters here. Everyone probably knows Coldplay show that happened. Right? The event design and the lighting simulation was done in Vectorworks. Yeah. Thank you.